Welcome back. Well, we've been talking about Comic-Con the last couple of days, and it was going on all last week. One of the biggest things going in the entertainment business, and our own chief engineer, Drew Stone, was actually there at Comic-Con representing KSBI.
How was San Diego?
It was wonderful. The weather was great.
Shocking.
There's just so many people there that, you know, everybody just descended on the area, just absolutely enthralled with everything that was going on.
You don't even have to tell us you've been to San Diego. Your tan just says it all. You spent the whole time on the beach, right?
I didn't. I spent all my time in lines outside the convention center waiting to get in. There was about 130,000 people there.
Really?
Just all packed in the area. Everyone was at the main conference center area. They had a huge expo floor, lots of conference rooms up above where they had various meetings with people. The various hotel rooms around the area had the ballrooms just dedicated to things going on there. It was so many people in costumes. It was fantastic.
Is it what we expect? Because we always hear everything. I always see pictures of all the amazing, crazy costumes online. Some of them kind of revealing. Is that what really happens, or is that just what we see on the internet?
I'd say there's about a quarter of the people walking around were in costume.
Wow.
Some of the days, you know, a few more than others. Saturday seemed to be a very popular time for people to show up in costume.
Okay.
Just costumes of all types. There was some pretty spectacular people from Game of Thrones walking around. You'd see everything from the Transformers, Mega Man, some Ninja Turtles. One of the Ninja Turtles had a movie-accurate costume and was actually the voice of Michelangelo. He was walking around. So yeah, you never know who you're going to find. Daniel Radcliffe was there on, I believe it was Friday, dressed up in a Spider-Man costume. No one had any idea who he was.
Isn't Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay,
I got that. I always wonder, like, I mean, how do these people use the restroom, and how do they sit down? I mean, it looks like very uncomfortable.
There's not much seating around, and the lines for the restrooms are huge.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to get out of their costume.
Right, and so it's just the grand shuffle. It usually helps if you have some people there. A lot of the more intricate costumes had what I like to refer to as a character wrangler there with them that's escorting them, that can hold various pieces of the costume while they get autographs or you know, take pictures, so that way they can, you know, take all their shopping bags and hold that off to the side.
Now, speaking of autographs, you got an autograph from the original Catwoman, right?
I did. Lee Merriweather, she was there. There were so many people there signing autographs from authors of some of my favorite novels. I've got the Mythbusters. Weird Al Yankovic was there. I've got, you know, Ben Edlund, who created and wrote and drew The Tick. It's one of my favorite cartoon series and comic book series. There was just a whole slew of people there just ready to sign autographs.
You kind of, I mean, if you're in that kind of business, you have to be there. It's almost like, now, I want to talk about Weird Al, because yesterday we showed your little clip of Weird Al saying hi to us. How long does it take at Comic-Con to wait in line to see Weird Al?
It was a rather huge line. Now, they would stage everything to try to make it fair for people getting autographs. So you would line up with everybody else that was there to see George R. Martin, who was the author of the Game of Thrones books. And everyone would just get grouped into the line. And then you'd go through, and so I waited about 2 hours through that. Then you go through and draw a ticket. And if that ticket had a stamp on it, well, then you get to go get in line for the autograph, and they tell you to come back at a specific time to help manage that. I went through the line about 8 times to get my ticket for Weird Al. You know, it's like, draw, nope, pitch that one, okay, round again. And so 8th time's the charm, and then waited in line for another 2 hours then.
Wow, so you spent like a day to meet Weird Al Yankovic.
Thereabouts, and I must say it was well worth it. He's a great guy, just funny, not only funny songs, but just a funny personality about him. It's great.
Absolutely. We won't get into the ladies you met or anything like that. But don't worry, Drew. We won't embarrass you here.
That's right. What happens at Comic-Con stays there, right?
That's right.
That's the credo.
Awesome. Well, this is fantastic. I hope that we get to maybe tag along next year. Get a trip to San Diego.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate you coming on and bringing all this stuff. It's awesome.
Well, coming up, you know, it's Lasagna Day. I didn't know that.
Lasagna Day.
I know. And we're going to make a classic spin on the dish. We're using Oreos for Lasagna Day. You don't want to miss this.